It is time for yet another 24-hour readathon. Today I am doing a 24-hour readathon. If you're new here, I do one every single month, so it's not new. The fun, but like also not fun thing is that at the same time, I'm reading a whole book every single day for 2 weeks straight, and today's day 10. For this readathon, it's going to be my most chill and relaxed one yet, I would say, because I have some homework to do, I have some cleaning to do, and I am going to sleep. Usually I tell myself, no sleep, just read. Not this time. I am going to sleep for at least 4 hours, maybe even 6. I don't mind, honestly. As for starting time, it's 6 p.m. Definitely later than usual, but once again, I was just so busy that I couldn't start until later in the day, meaning that I will be finishing tomorrow at 6 p.m. It's not 24 hours straight. It's just reading as much as I can in 24 hours while still doing humanly functions. I did prep, however, like my room is clean. I got a bunch of snacks and food, so the basics are covered. As for the TBR, I think this might be my most exciting TBR yet, because usually when I do 24-hour readathons, it's like reading books I might not want to read. All of these books I am so interested and sat for. We have 2 fantasies. The book that I'm starting with today is Eternal Ruin. This is also the pick for day 10 of the challenge. I read the first one, Immortal Dark, maybe 3 days ago, so I'm just going to continue out the series. There's a third book. I don't know if it's out yet, but this is the biggest book I have on my stack for the challenge. It's 525 pages, I want to say, so it's gonna be the biggest one, and that's why I want to start off with it. The other fantasy is a very popular one. It's Heartless by Marissa Meyer. It's like Princess X Jester or like something really unique, and I want to say it's Cinderella inspired. It's Alice in Wonderland inspired. That's definitely one of the ones I'm like more excited for. The other one that I'm definitely so super extraordinarily excited for is Not Quite Dead Yet, Holly Jackson. I feel like I need a mystery thriller, and this is one that so many of you guys have been saying like it's amazing. You guys still think about it. You cried to this book. The characters stick with you. Everything amazing that Holly Jackson did in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is apparently also very relevant in this one too. And there's nothing I love more than A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Definitely top 3 favorite series of all time. So I have probably the highest of high hopes. I'm gonna try and tone them down a little, but so excited to get into this. Then we have a romance by Cara Bastone. I haven't read anything by her yet, and I feel like this would be a good one. I also have her other one. I don't know what it's called. It has Sunshine in the title, I want to say, and it's on my e-reader. If anything comes up and I'm like, I need to read something, I can use my e-reader. That's what I'm gonna say. I also have a short Ali Hazelwood novella, so maybe after I finish Eternal Ruin, I might take like a small break, refresh, and then jump into something different. I think it's time for me to stop talking and just start the timer, so here we go. It is 8 o'clock, so I've been reading for 2 whole hours now. I made it to page 125. I think that's pretty okay. But one tradition that I have every readathon is to make a Lunchable, and I have my one here for this video. But I get extra turkey because they don't put enough in there. Then I have this Chex Mix in cheddar flavor. These are my absolute favorite. I get them every reading challenge. Well, more like every time I go to the grocery store. But they're my favorite. I'm just going to continue on reading. The book is interesting. It's about our main character, Kadan, and her sister gets kidnapped in book 1, and that's where she starts her journey. She thinks that, because in this world there's vampires, so she thinks that like, oh, my sister got kidnapped by these vampires, and they have like a university. So she's like, I need to get into this university, and boom, it happens. She gets an invitation. But not everything is as she thinks it is. Obviously, we had book 1 ended off. I like where it ended off. It made you want to read more, but also feel content with where the story ended. So I'm just moving through this second one now. As I said, there's a third. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know if I'll read it. I know it's a trilogy, so that one is the last one. But yeah, this is the biggest book I had of the stack that I wanted to read for the book a day challenge, so it's gonna take a little while, but I'm gonna make my food and eat outside. The weather was so nice today. Like, it was sunny. It's later now, so it's not as sunny, but it's still super warm. And then after, I might like shower and settle in for the night shift of the readathon. Hi guys, I am back. It's 12 a.m. now, which does mean that I've been reading for 6 hours. To be honest, it has not been 6 hours straight. I had homework to do for a while, almost like an hour and a half worth of homework, but I did make it halfway through the book. The first book, we only had one point of view from Kadan, who's like our main character, and now we have 3 from her like potential love interest kind of, and then her twin sister. So as you can imagine, there's like 3 times all the crazy things happening. This book has vampires, there's a literal like academy, gives dark academia. Her writing and her setting almost reminds me of like Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Farida Abike Ayamide. I think there's a lot of similarities. I believe they're both like European Black authors, so that does make sense, but I'm liking it, I would say. It's not my favorite, and I do wish I liked it a tad bit more, but it's okay. I'm gonna finish out the book. Guys, it's like 1 a.m. in the morning and I'm still reading, and I decided to read in the dark with my like reading light. Is it the smartest idea? Most definitely not, but fingers crossed that I don't go to sleep. As you guys saw, I was in my bed reading. I thought I was gonna pass out, but I surprisingly made it through the book. Finished Eternal Ruin. There were some very sad moments in this book. I feel like the plot is a little confusing. That's the only thing I don't really like. I think the foundation is there, but with the foundation, there was so much more potential that could have been done, but I will maybe read the final book. I'm not sure yet. Biggest book though is out of the way. It's literally 3:30 in the morning, meaning that I've been doing this for I think 9.5 hours. I'm 100% going to be sleeping from like 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. I think 3 hours of sleep is a good place to start, and if I want, I can take a nap later on. But that leaves me with 30 minutes to start something, and I think it would be a good idea to make a little bit of a dent in my next read, which is Not Quite Dead Yet. I feel like after a 530 page like heavy fantasy book, I need something that's a little quicker, and mystery and Holly Jackson usually does that exactly for me. I read the synopsis of this last time, but basically our main character Jet is attacked and she's gonna die in a week, so she has to figure out who attacked her, and it could be like her best friend, her ex, her sibling's fiance, like a bunch of crazy insane characters. So I'm gonna start it and see how far I can make it. I know I said that I would wake up at 7 a.m., but when I was ready to get up, it was basically already 9 a.m. I've been reading for almost 15 hours now, only 9 of them left, and I've only completed 1 book. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I certainly am. I think it's because I overslept, and a lot of things just came up while I was supposed to be reading. I know I said this wouldn't be like a full 24 hours that's dedicated, especially since I am already doing like a lot and there's the challenge, but I did want to finish at least 3 and then start the 4th one. But I'm in the middle of Not Quite Dead Yet. When I say in the middle, I mean 1 chapter into the book. I'm going to continue reading on. Maybe I'll give you guys an update when I actually make it a little more so into the book. It is now 1:30, so there's only 3.5 hours left in the readathon. I'm still reading Not Quite Dead Yet. I was trying to like read with my blankets on, and for some reason I'm just so exhausted. I mean, not for some reason, like I've been doing a lot in the past week and a half, and I think it's just catching up to me. I'm not gonna complain. As long as I finish this book, I think I'll be, well, finish this and start another. I'll be happy. Not Quite Dead Yet. I would say I'm liking it so far. I'm not like 100% in love with it, but a few thoughts, and there's like obviously no spoilers. It's just me talking about the book, and I still have 100 pages left. Like I have no idea who actually did it. I'm just reading the book along. Like I have no guesses, nothing. Jet is like a very quirky character. She's like literally dying, and she makes a joke about it every other page. From the beginning, we're basically told like she's gonna die in 7 days. She has 7 days to figure out who tried and killed her and why. And so obviously she has her brain aneurysm, and things are like she's losing her ability to control her body, and it's just so sad. On top of that, her best friend Billy, we're told from the beginning like he's gonna stick by her side. Could it potentially be him who tried to kill her? Yes, but he's so sweet, and based on how I'm reading it, it seems like he's in love with her, because there's a part where she's like, don't you just wish that you could move away from like this small town city in Vermont? And he's like, yes, but there's always been someone who's kept me here. So I'm hoping he really is good. If it's not, I will be disappointed. Gonna finish this out. I made food. There's a little kid saying hi to me. It is time for lunch, so I made like a very small sandwich and I have tea. So we're gonna get into it and finally finish this book. Guys, you were in fact right. The letters are literally making me cry. Like her letter to her dad, and then she wrote one for her dog. I had so much hope. One thing about me is I love a good letter, but these are so sad. Okay, wow, just finished. The ending was so good, but it was honestly so sad too. Only 2 short hours left in the readathon now. I wanted to get a lot of reading done. I only finished half of the books, but Eternal Ruin just took so much time, and I had so many things that ended up happening, so I'm not even gonna complain. Not Quite Dead Yet is also finished now. I think I would give this like a 4-star. In all actuality, I wanted more from this book. For some reason, I just wasn't in love. Maybe because I was so exhausted and tired throughout reading the whole book. Jet herself wasn't necessarily my favorite, but I mean, she was still a fine main character. I feel like the way that the murder ended up being tied up was super smart, because my biggest pet peeve is when you're reading a book and obviously there's like the big whodunit, like the big murder mystery, but there's also like a few deaths from before, and the author doesn't tie the two. Luckily, Holly Jackson like never does that, or else that would drive me insane. So points for that. She upped her story very beautifully, but now I'm gonna start something that wasn't even on my TBR. Yeah, I am going to go with Stuck by You by Ali Hazelwood. This is a novella I read under one roof, the first one, 2 days ago, I want to say, so now I'm going to jump into the second one. It follows these 3 girls who went to graduate school together, and in the first book, we read from Mara. And so I don't know which of the girls this one is, but I'm excited to see. It's giving like, just first impression, it's giving CEO, billionaire. I don't know. We're gonna see though. So in the final 2 hours, I definitely will be able to finish this. Probably no sweat. Hopefully no sweat. We don't know what's gonna happen with my reading, especially during this readathon. One thing I do feel like really doing though is getting ice cream. So I think what I'm gonna do is start chapter 1, get some ice cream, and finish the book out. That is the plan. And we better stick to it this time, honestly. We have less than 7 minutes on the clock, but this is the end of the readathon because I just finished Stuck With You, meaning that in total I completed 3 books. And I know I was saying I was a little bit disappointed with my reading, but then I was like, wait, this is actually a lot of pages. I did the math and it's over
1,000 pages,
which is a lot of progress. I got a book off of my physical TBR that I had been putting off for a little while. I read a big fantasy that I had my eye on, so I'm gonna call it a success. As for ratings, Stuck With You, it was good. But I've read 3 Ali Hazelwood novellas in the past 5 days because, yeah, I'm going through a little bit of a phase. It's my least favorite just because I can get behind a miscommunication trope sometimes. But when the miscommunication really had no business being miscommunicated, I'm just like, no. And not that this is a no, but just wasn't my favorite. I would give this maybe like a 3.5-star, maybe 3.75, somewhere in the middle. As for Not Quite Dead Yet, I like this, but as I said, it wasn't all the way there. I think I would give it a 4-star. I still did really enjoy it. Eternal Ruin, this is going to be a 3.75 just because I'm invested in the story. I like our main characters. The world building was pretty good. It has a plot unlike anything else. The culture in this is phenomenal. Like, as someone who's Ethiopian, even though I'm not the ethnic group of the author, there's so many words that I was reading and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she included that, and she does a really good job of it. So it is going to be a 3.75, same as the first book. It's 6 p.m. now. The readathon is over. I am quite literally so exhausted. I know I'm going to be saying this for the next 2 weeks in which I'm doing my challenges, but like, I'm so tired. I was falling asleep so many times while reading each and every single one of these books. I'm happy that it's over, not in like a I hated that, but I'm happy that I won't have to do another one of these for a month. Thank you all for watching. It means the world that you guys even care to see me do a bunch of these crazy challenges. If you have any concerns, comments, video ideas, any tips of any sorts, I would love to hear them, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!